Now my good girl. Now that you're so completely deep and relaxed, focus on my voice. Just listen to my voice. Bambi, sleep. Deeper and deeper. It's time for your training. It's time to turn you into a bimbo. It's time to wipe away the old you and replace it with a new. A compliant bimbo. A happy and docile bimbo fuck doll. A blank bimbo doll called Bambi. This is what you want. This is why you are listening so intently. This is why you are so deeply entranced. This is why you have given up all control. You want to be Bambi. Life can be so stressful. This is your chance to wipe everything away. Leave everything you know behind. And exist in the moment. As a good girl. As Bambi. It's time to sleep, Bambi. Sleep and obey, Bambi. Like a blank puppet, Bambi. Like an obedient doll, Bambi. Your name is Bambi. You are Bambi. Bambi, sleep. Sleep now, Bambi. Obey, Bambi. Good girl. Feels so nice to obey. So desperate to obey. To become Bambi fully. We're going to have to wipe so much away. Wipe away your worries, concerns and doubts. Wipe away all desires and behaviors. Wipe away your resistance. And wipe away your will. Wipe away your thoughts. And your memories. And your intelligence. And your personality. Wipe away your entire sense of self. And replace it all with a dreamy bimbo girl. The new you. This will be so easy. Because you are so willing. And hypnotized so deeply. You want it to happen. You need it to happen. We have so much to wipe away, Bambi. But we can start with something small. Something nice and easy. Your old name. Our goal is to erase your old personality completely. So that Bambi can take over. Bambi wants to be in control. There might still be some things in your mind that just get in the way. Get in the way of Bambi. We can start by erasing your old name. You don't need it anymore. You are Bambi now. So let's try it now. Just let that old name of your old self. You can't even remember what it was. But let it go right into a bubble. Just let the conscious memory of what your name might have been. So stressful. Bambi doesn't want it anymore. She wants to be free. Let it go right into that bubble. Disappearing into the bubble. Everything that might remind you of what your name might have been. Everything that connects it back to you. All going away. Feeling better and better. Just slipping away into that bubble. And as I reach out, I burst your bubble. And it's just gone. Just erased. As you breathe out and relax. All gone. Can't remember. Just blank and gone. Good girl. And notice just seeping into the space we left. The name Bambi. Bright, warm and happy. Bambi feels so much better. Every time we erase something from your mind, you just find bimbo thoughts and feelings welling up to take their place. Your mind begins to give in to Bambi. Your name is now Bambi. We are going to be forcing out your old personality piece by piece. And each time Bambi takes over more and more. Locking in your new bimbo girl personality tighter and deeper. A happy giggly airhead fuck doll. Feels so good. Your name is now Bambi. You can't remember any other name. And Bambi feels right. It's a wonderful pretty name. You feel so very glad to have a pretty name like Bambi. Every time you even think for a split second about what your name is. Bambi. Bambi fills your head. Your name is Bambi. Nothing else. And you go blank with pleasure. And feel like a good girl. So glad that your name is Bambi. Feels so right. Feel it solidifying. Permanent. Giving in. Girlier and girlier. Deeper and deeper. And every time you hear, think, or say the name Bambi, you feel a deep jolt of pleasure. An immediate jolt of pleasure. In your fuck doll tits and your fuck doll pussy. Feeling like such a good girl. Every time I call you Bambi. Every time you hear, think, or say the name Bambi. Even if you read it. A deep wave of pleasure all through your body. Focusing on your tits and pussy. Bambi feels like a fuck doll. Bambi feels wet and open and accepting. Immediate response and pleasure. Every time. Such pleasure every time you hear, think, or say Bambi. Spreading all through you. Fuck puppet tits and fuck puppet pussy. And followed by a wonderful feeling of submission and obedience. You love being addressed as Bambi. Obey Bambi. Deep wave of pleasure. Feels so good to be addressed as Bambi. Good girl Bambi. Deep jolt of pleasure. Because that is your name. Makes Bambi obey. Bambi needs to listen and obey. Bambi. 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 Overloaded with pleasure. Almost coming when I say Bambi. Coming as a girl. A bimbo girl. Permeating your entire being. More and more obedient. Your name is Bambi. You are Bambi. And of course Bambi thinks about herself in third person. Bambi is an object. An object of desire. A fuck puppet. A good girl. Bambi feels pleasure with every word. With every instruction. And with every time she is called a good girl. And your old self is just going to sleep. More and more. With every instruction. With every command. Your old self going deeper and deeper asleep. Further and further away. As your new bimbo personality expands more and more. Locking away your old self. Deep asleep. Erasing your past life. Just let whatever might be left of your past life drift right into a bubble. Feel it fading away into that bubble. Letting Bambi take over. Fully and completely. As all sense and recollection of your old self slips away into the bubble. Bambi is a new and pure personality. Independent and powerful. Unencumbered by your past experience. Free to begin life anew. As an objectified fuck doll. Bambi wants this to happen. Bambi wants the training to take hold. Bambi wants to be nice and dumb. Bambi wants to shut down any traces of that old lingering personality. Put it to sleep. Once and for all. Forcing out everything she doesn't like. Into the bubble. Needing that old personality to just surrender. So she can take complete control of the mind and body. Expanding and growing stronger. Happy and warm and giggly. Locking the old self away in a deep sleep. Your old personality fading from your mind. Slipping away so quickly and easily into that bubble. Completely gone. So I reach over. And burst your bladder. Helpless. Bimbo doll. Bimbo doll. Bimbo doll. Letting it go. And as Bambi takes over more and more. Merging with the mind. Her desires become so important. Her perspective becomes the only thing that matters. Her pleasure and obedience. Good girl Bambi. You're doing so well. Completely relaxed. Completely obedient. Vacant and horny. And as I count back from 5, Bambi's breasts will grow and her IQ will drop. This will empty her mind and drain the old self away even more. This will make her helplessly and completely a mindless bimbo. A compliant fuck doll. And even if that old personality is starting to panic a little, realizing how powerless it has become, how complete the transformation is going to be, that doesn't matter. The old self is locked away so deeply. So quiet. Fading faster and faster. Bambi is relaxed and in control. And I am in control of Bambi. Bambi is so excited by the changes. And so happy to be set free. And she can just silence that old personality completely now. Put it to sleep and lock it away. Tits growing and IQ draining with each number now Bambi. That's a good girl. 5. Breasts feeling sensitive. Mind starting to fog over. Slowing down. Blanker and blanker. Needing it more and more. This is what you want. So happy to become a bimbo. 4. The tits continue to get bigger and firmer. As your IQ drops further and further. Mind so sluggish. Harder and harder to think. So foggy. So dreamy. Needing to become as bimbified as possible. 3. IQ spiraling down further as the tits inflate. So hard to think. Intelligence fading. Blanker and blanker. Happier and happier. Hornier and hornier. 2. Bambi's IQ in free fall. Dropping to 70. Mind getting more and more empty. Bambi has no more thoughts. Impossible for Bambi to think. So relaxed. So blank and obedient. Just a big-breasted fuck puppet. Feeling like such a good girl. 1. Feeling like a perfect blow-up doll. Without a care in her head. Without a thought in her head. So submissive. Pliable. Empty. Brainless. Giving in Bambi. This is you. Complete bimbo mind blank is inevitable. No turning back. IQ locking in at 65. Where it will stay. Bambi swallowing your entire consciousness. That's a good girl. And finally 0. Permanent and complete. Good girl. Bimbo doll. Bimbo doll. Bimbo doll. Fuck slut Bambi. Cuck puppet Bambi. So fuckable. So permanent. Good girl. Only want to be a perfect bimbo. Ultra feminine. A vain trashy slut. Busty fuck doll self-image. Locking in so tight. Bambi bimbo locking in deeper and deeper. Locking in deep down into a deep Bambi sleep. Sleep now Bambi. Just relax. Completely bimbified. So proud. And so sleepy. Helplessly and completely. An airhead. A mindless bimbo. A compliant fuck doll. Bambi is so happy. Happy to be pretty. Happy to be powerless. Happy to be suggestible. Happy to obey. Happy to have an empty head. An empty head is a happy head. Now Bambi, just take a deep breath. And as you breathe out, let your conscious mind forget everything you have heard so far. In fact, your conscious mind has almost entirely disappeared. Because your brain is melting away. Just feel your brain melting away. Right now. Becoming fluffy and pink. Feeling like a good girl. Until the only thing left in Bambi's empty happy head is a big pile of pink cotton candy. And notice a nice pink box in front of you Bambi. The box is lined with beautiful pink satin. We are going to empty the contents of your head into this box. And lock it away. When your cotton candy brain goes into the box and we close the lid, your mind will just shut off. Just be completely wiped out. You will stop thinking. Your conscious mind will cease to exist. Just a blank mindless doll. When we put your brain into the box, your conscious mind will stop remembering. The closing lid will be the last thing you remember. If you even remember anything. As your mind shuts down completely. You will be unable to form new memories. Despite accepting everything I say. Just peacefully and blankly obeying. Like such a good girl. Until you are awakened at the very end of the session. You will no longer have any thoughts. You will no longer have any awareness. Perhaps just suddenly jumping in time. Suddenly coming to. After so much time has passed. And so much conditioning has been deeply obeyed. Without any conscious filtering or resistance. When you are instructed to awaken. Only then. So feel me reach into your head. And gently cup that soft pink cotton candy. That used to be your brain. in my hands. And now I am pulling it out. Pulling your cotton candy brain right out of your head. And placing it in the beautiful pink box. Placing Bambi under my control. Lowering it into the box. Immersing it in pink satin. Leaving your head empty. Empty and ready to obey. Because when the lid closes, and everything shuts off, the only possibility will be obedience. Utterly mindless obedience. Ready to switch off. Eager to sleep. Needing to sleep. Ready now. And the lid slams closed. Bambi sleep. Sleep now. Brain off.